it just becomes absolutely incredible. So let's see how it ends up.
And here they are. It's very, very interesting mirror match, this one, because a lot of an interaction, and of course the K9 cards, we might see them finally, you know, at full power, just in terms of whatever they are gonna be able to do, since there is so much an interaction. And let's just take a look.
You know, I'm looking at the pairings for this round. This is not the only NA versus NA matchup.
Yeah, players just rolling the dice there to see who is gonna go first.
Is there an issue with left-handers?
All right, I'm sorry, but the other matchup I'm talking about, it looks like Willie's taking on Isaiah at table 3. So we have 4 players from NA all facing off against each other in this pivotal round 6.
Yes.
Not something you want to see this late into the game, but at least they're all doing well and in contention, but only one from each of them will move on with the X2 record. Even with 3 losses, you still have that opportunity to make it, but you really, really want to win this crucial round number 6.
I think I saw 3 Mulcharmies in the end from Charlie, and if that's not a Purulia, it could be an issue against this matchup.
Yeah, I feel like if you have more than one Furlos, you kind of have to slow roll it a little bit and maybe activate them one at a time, because if you activate both at once, then you might just say to your opponent, okay, just don't do anything, because that's something you'd think about before giving your opponent 2 draws at once.
Yeah, definitely, because you got to throw them down slowly. It looks like the first one is going to come down after the Jokul summoned Izuna from the hand as well. But that's met by an Ash Blossom, which is best case scenario when you have multiple. And the second is coming down from Charlie.
So now, yeah, there's some good thinking here for Julien. What do you do? Do you commit a couple of rank 5s? Do you just pass on nothing? His hand, no Vanquish Souls that I can see. So maybe that's a bit of an issue. Or is that maybe just to stake your soul?
All right, Charlie's going to at least get 1 draw here as Julien summons into K9 Ripper.
Yeah, here we go with the Ripper.
Let's take a look at these interactions. And as you can see, we are gonna resolve, and also like what's really interesting about Julien deck is that he's playing a super high count of K9 cards. So let's see if we are gonna just be able to use full advantage of this engine. And let's go back to us in the meantime. So I mean, the game has just started, and obviously, as we can see, you're gonna have a full-on mirror match of K9 cards. There was just some clarification with the judges, so we're gonna have to kill just a few minutes of time while we go back to the match. And I mean, a lot of differences, we have to say, and in the players' decks, but assumingly play can immediately resume. So this Ripper is about to resolve, and let's see if we do have... Yeah, I see it on top of the deck. The force release is in the main deck. So we're playing the full-on engine with the werewolf in the extra deck. And this helps out a lot going first.
Yeah, so that force release gonna go face down after you have searched a card, because Charlie has used a card from the hand this turn. But will it be enough? Stake your soul. Gonna summon another monster from the deck. Charlie going to get even more draws.
Yep.
It's a real tricky question as to how much you're supposed to give your opponent under full loss, but in this case, Julien deciding that resolving a couple of Vanquish Soul effects more important than keeping Charlie's hand small. And it kind of makes sense when you have a Stake Your Soul, because it's going to get you just so much advantage for only a couple of draws.
Yeah, and I think especially this Snow Devil is such an important card in the mirror match to set up and have a full-on, you know, field clearing effect later on. We had seen him at the European Championship, obviously without the K9 cards, and I think it's absolutely great.
Yeah, it is one of those matchups where Snow Devil is very important, because Vanquish Soul very good at sort of tagging out, so every time you can clear the field, you're going to be very happy. Is that one of each attribute? Julian got a very healthy hand size there. Very happy here. You can, you are obviously going to have to return the monster for the Mad Love from your hand, from the field to the hand. It's still on the field at the end of the turn because of Stake Your Soul, but you can, I think, use the field spell first if that's what you want to do. Julian here kind of playing fast and loose, giving Charlie quite a few draws here by making the rock. Is he going to summon once more from the deck?
Yeah, things off to a good start here for Julien for sure. Hopefully the cards that Charlie are drawing are going to be something useful. He's going to have a huge impact here if he's going to want to get back into this game.
Oof, and we've seen it beautiful, but we do have the Ripper. Do we have another way to negate it? Not quite. So, not as exciting as we might have thought. Just trying to get rid, I guess, of this end interaction so that maybe we can use our own Hollysu later on.
Yeah, very possible, or even worth it just to get the material off the Ripper in case you need to. For next turn, you want to use a hand effect, so you might as well, yeah, clear it up. Julian got so many cards in hand, but the same for Charlie, so this is going to be a game that truly gets out of control here. It's really one of the most interesting gameplay interactions at the moment in the game with the Foulos. How many cards do you give your opponent? How much is it worth it? It makes you think very carefully. You're not just following that combo you've practiced 100 times. You need to say, okay, what's my hand? How can I organize things to give my opponent the fewest number of cards possible? Is there a point starting the turn maybe with a Foulos for Charlie? Foulos number 3?
Yeah, might as well, right? If you happen to draw 3 Foulos, all you can do is use all 3 Foulos.
I mean, it's there, so you do have the option to go into the extra deck with the Lupis later on, so you could get a draw. Why not?
Yeah, in fact, there's 3 ways to summon from the extra deck already on the field for Julien, right? Well, one from the deck with the Hollysu, one from the extra deck with Lupus, and obviously the face down Forced Release.
Yeah.
Is it ever something you just chain now, give up the potential pop, and just use the hand disruption effect? Julien just confirming there is a playset there.
And yeah, there goes the Forced Release right away. First time we see it maybe on the Werewolf. Last time it was on, you know, the less popular target. Is it going to be the Werewolf? Yes, it is. And this does so much. Getting rid of that Razen, as well as establishing another annoying card to deal with for Charlie.
So many cards in the hand for Charlie though. I mean, a hand disruption when your opponent has 3 or 4 cards is one thing, but maybe when they have 8 or 9, going to be a little less impactful. Could still keep this Hollysu at bay though, if that's the next move for Charlie.
We do set a card, interesting.
Presumably to play around the Werewolf.
But
we're just going to activate
We're
it.
just going to activate it. That makes it interesting indeed. No, it's going to be the Stake Your Soul for Charlie, revealing the Hollysu.
Yeah, one of the things that comes up actually is when people set cards to play around Werewolf, then you can go ahead and summon a Caesar Valius and pop the set card. So maybe there's mind games, maybe Charlie's just setting it because it's important, but maybe he's setting it to see if he can prompt Julien to invest his Caesar Valius pop into that face down card. Because you're kind of saying to your opponent, I don't want you to see this card, it's really important, I really want to keep it. So maybe that might just trick him. So I'm wondering what spell is it you're setting? Like, Stake Your Soul is important, Pot of Extravagance is important, but like, what are the other spell cards that you really need in the deck?
All right, revealing 3 different attributes here for Caesar Valius, who's going to try and destroy a card on the field.
Was that note? I wonder why he didn't chain Werewolf the first time.
Just for like the Light Force Sword like effect?
Yeah. That's a throwback.
Is my age showing again?
Surely it's more like a pointer of the Red Lotus.
I guess that is a more recent one, huh?
What's going on here? Charlie just kind of showed his hand very briefly. Why did he just show his hand? Like, surely you're resolving it. Maybe Julien's going to do something else. He hasn't said he wants to fully resolve the werewolf yet.
Yeah, you can tell both of them, you know each other, but they don't wanna mess this one up. And now we see that Snow Devil for 3, trying to stop all of Charlie's option.
Yeah, this is the power of a non-targeting destruction here, because it forces Julien to, use a bunch of cards, maybe much earlier than he might otherwise want to. I'm wondering though if this is a slight misstep from Charlie, because you always really want to put your monsters against Vanquish Soul into a column where there's already some monsters in play. But he's chosen not to do that, but I guess in this case it's not really going to matter.
And we take a look at the end. It's Ash Blossom Nibiru. Oh, and he's also playing Impulse. Interesting. So the Rescue Ace cards, yeah.
Yeah, so what are we going to take? Maybe it's the Holisu, maybe it's the Jokul. Holisu, very reasonable choice.
What is this face down card from Charlie?
Is there maybe a case for K9 or something like that? But I'm trying to think what else it could be. I can't imagine that many players play Talents in the deck. And you obviously can't set a Pot of Extravagance.
Okay, it's gonna be its own copy of a case for K9.
It was so shiny it took me a minute to to recognize it.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one. We've seen quite a lot of interactions. So, let's see. I guess we did have Jokul in hand, right? So we can get Izuna. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be really helpful here, resolving the Jokul. Julien's still got a pile of cards himself, but how is he going to make best use of them? You can always just take a monster now with the Holisu if you want to. And maybe you just wait until a Ripper or something comes into play.
Yeah, a lot of intricacies here in this mirror match. Those full houses definitely help Charlie out, just having amassing so much more card advantage over Julien here.
Yeah, it's amazing like how many extra cards you need when going second to make it fair. Like
that's where the Charmies really come into play.
Indeed.
Yeah, Charlie's like, it's a fairly even game, and Charlie had like started with 10 cards or something. Is it time? Maybe a Valon, maybe a Nash Knight, all sorts of options.
Maybe just simply return the favor, and yeah, that is going to be it with the Ripper.
Is there still the Holisu Steel? Yeah. That's why I was thinking maybe maybe a Nash or a Valon, because that way when you get the card back it still has some benefit to you. Whereas Ripper, not so helpful.
Not sure what we are.
Going for? Looks like the impulse, right?
Yep.
Is fire attacker at level 5?
I don't believe so.
I was wondering.
I think it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
That would be just pure nice though for the deck. I mean, it could be. It could be that level. Good to pull up the card real quickly and give it a little look.
Oh, he's taking the fire attacker here.
It looks like it's level 6.
That's really interesting, taking the fire attacker. God, it's such a complicated game.
Yeah, indeed.
But definitely both these players are well practiced. I mean, this is definitely a matchup that you would want to know really well going into the World Championship. Expected to be the most dominant deck of the weekend, but while it was the most popular, hasn't really got a lot of success. But I mean, both these players with 2 losses, winning here is crucial for both of them. Now Charlie's going to activate Izuna, no effect to send from the deck to the graveyard.
He just had to ash his own fire attacker.
That's pretty funny.
Gotta think though, the field starts to get a bit threatening in a minute because Case for Canine has a sort of hidden effect, as sometimes players like to call it. Obviously the main thing people use it for is just to add a canine monster, but it has another effect, which is if your opponent's used a hand or graveyard effect this turn, which Julien, I think, has, then all of your canines will gain 900 attack.
Yeah.
Which is quite a significant attack boost.
Indeed.
Not quite the yummy field spell, but still pretty good.
And yeah, here we see one of the most interesting options in the extra deck with this Nash.
Yeah, Nesh Knight is an incredible card that really lets you cheat out cards that would normally be incredibly hard to summon from the extra deck onto the field quite easily.
Not only that, but it's such a powerful interruption. Like, just it's better than like setting a monster almost, because it's just so unusable when it's like under your monster as a material. It's like, how are you ever going to get that back without destroying the Nash Knight?
Yep, it takes that monster and it's going to become. It looks like it's going to go for the C Nash Knight.
Might just be Nash weekend, considering Nash, the player,
He's
is also
in the
finals of Master Duel.
So. There is C104, which is an incredibly powerful Xyz monster.
And yeah, here comes the Lantern. We've got 2 monster negates in hand, so this is looking like quite a lot of damage. So Julien going to have something special.
And we do see the Izuna, but we do have Ripper. Charlie thinking for a moment, but yeah, then goes on to negate it with the Ripper, and I think play may resume from Charlie.
Is this now the battle phase?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Are there any tricks from Julien? Because this looks like...
This is 2700 boost from the case, right? And that's it. Yeah, I think Charlie, wow. I mean, with the help of Free Mulcharmy, is able to completely take this game. What a grind, I mean.
Charlie definitely giving the most confident interview out of the bunch. I also interviewed him as well, and he has the same message when you say, what are you looking forward to this weekend? He said, lifting the trophy.
Nice.
I mean, he's had an incredible year. Not only did he win the Dragon Duel World Championship back in the day, he won his first YCS this year before even turning 21. I only say that because I got my first YCS win at 21, so he's already accomplished so much more than me at such a young age.
Nice.
He's one of the most promising duelists, out there that could become a duelist of legend.
But Julien, though, quite a unique answer from him. When everyone else, when they say, how long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's like 5 years, 10 years. And Julien's like, 1 year. You're just like, wait a second. 1 year and you're already doing this at this high level. It's amazing.
Yeah, he is an awesome duelist. I actually met him at the 2017 World Championships that we competed in.
Really?
Yep, him and Ryan Yu. They were both there. That's the one Ryan Yu ended up winning.
Of course, yeah.
More Mulcharmies for Charlie.
Wow. This has been a trend at this point, but yeah, Purulia.
Mulcharlie.
Oh, wow.
Another one.
He is.
He is Charlie Mulcharmy.
Yeah.
Yes, Mulcharlie.
Mulcharlie is the new official name. I mean, it's approved. Yeah, definitely. And I was about to say, Purulia is usually the premium one against this matchup, unless they open, you know, Stake Your Soul. But when you have both, wow, plus Ash, which, I mean, I don't even know if that was needed, but
I feel like you might as well, because you always want to keep the Vanquish Soul deck on a low number of cards if you can. And the problem, obviously, is the Canines give you so many monsters in hand all of a sudden that
wow,
sometimes it can feel like an uphill battle.
But we are going still strong from Julien, who could already stop, but not quite decide. I mean, as you have mentioned, Tom, in game one, he tried a strategy giving CHARLEY card and just ending up on a strong field. Didn't quite work, and now he's doing it again.
Yeah, I mean, this is so rough, though, because what can you do? In a game where you can, you know, you're under one Four Loss, it's like you've still kind of got options, but Purulia and Four Loss is so devastating to this deck.
It certainly is, but sometimes it's, you know, going to happen. But Julien's going to have to find a way to navigate it through it here, you know, going first. He has, if he loses this game, he's still not, even with 3 losses, you still have that opportunity to make top 8, but it's going to be up to the tiebreakers, really.
Yeah. But I think this might be it. I would be shocked if we push, you know, more outside of adding back, you know, this Razen. I feel like this is already okay, and yeah, I think maybe Julien agrees, and yeah, just sets one and passes back to CHARLEY, who is gonna, you know, be quite happy with the amount of Mulcharm he's opened. A lot of, you know, options in his hand at the moment. Wow, look at it. So many cards in hand. And throws yet into another one. This is unbelievable.
Was it another Purulia? Yeah. Purulia is really good. If it, as a Purulia to start. Mulcharley is just off to the races here in game 2. Julien can't catch a break here in this match. Anything he does, Charlie's also going to just happen to draw a card as well.
Do you just negate this? That's the question, I guess, from Julien.
Julien's played 4 turns of this duel so far, and he's been under a Mulcharmy every single turn, which feels a little unfair, doesn't it?
And no, I think it resolved. So we are gonna start things off with reinforcement of the army. I mean, you cannot be surprised when you see, you know, so many cards. You're gonna get pretty much all of your engine pieces. And yeah, that's gonna be a Razen.
Are we going to be doing the same as we did last time, destroying the Razen on site with the forced release? Or maybe this time, maybe the Ripper has a material, so maybe you just kind of hold it for a little bit longer.
Let's see. It's gonna be normal summon in the same column as that Ripper. And no, yeah, same exact thing as game 1.
We've played this game before.
Yeah.
But you have to think, though, if this was the plan, wouldn't you? Right? Why wouldn't you just negate the Purulia?
Yep.
Just get the value and, yeah.
I was also thinking that, but I mean, I'm sure Julien has done this plenty of times before, and he's just gonna try to hang in there. CHARLEY just seems like he has so much available to him. I can say, you know, that Stake Your Soul to just push even more. And he's gonna grab the Heavy Burger. Interesting pick, yeah.
That's always a worrying sign when you're trying to add something that's maybe not the best. You think, does that mean you have all the good cards already in your hand?
Absolutely.
Is there already a Holly Sue?
Yeah, there goes the Heavy Burger, maybe into Medlove. And I don't even think there is any interaction in Julien's hand. I think it's full on engine. Maybe, you know, of course you can use some canines if they are there, if Izuna in particular and Lupis are there, but yeah, you're just gonna Werewolf. And what is in there? Double Joylong Burger. Ooh, both targets though for the imports. That's a bit unfortunate, I guess, but
well, that hand is rough as well.
Yeah.
You only got the 1 dark, so you just take that away. All these fires.
Yeah, it's 4 fires pretty much. And
If you just pop this on site, does it not...
Yeah. Ooh. That was not known.
But surely this must have been chained to the Mad Love search. There's no way you wait, because now the Mad Love can reveal something and start summoning Geolongs. Oh, but there's no darks to reveal. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Wow. What a turn of events, yeah.
I mean, we saw this coming. We kind of saw how game 1 played out, and it's playing out here very similar in game number 2.
I think we're done, because what can you even do? Do you have any? Like, we have, what was it, double Giant Impulse and the other... Yeah, it's a pass.
Well, the burger comes back to the hand at least.
Yeah, yeah.
But the hand was just so much wonkier for Charlie.
True,
Definitely.
True.
Like 4 fires.
Wow. So in the end, Julien this time around manages to stop Charlie, even though the 3 poor, Mulcharmies were still there for the former champion. And now he knows he's pretty much not really fearing anything. Like, there is only the Impulse, and it can only summon from deck, so that's it.
Yeah, it actually does look like Julien is going to take this game. Maybe Charlie's going to consider conceding, and yeah, he's picking it up right now, throwing in the flag, and we're going to a game at number 3 with still 20 minutes on the clock here.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, you really called it there, Marcello. If you have 2 losses going into the last round, that is pretty much the bubble. Because if you do finish with 2 losses, you're probably more than likely going to make the top 8. Depending on how many players there are with 2 losses. But usually at the WCS, we have 1 or 2 players with 3 losses making it in.
Yeah. No, I've done the math before the event, and I'm pretty sure like XU is guaranteed to make it.
In.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's good news. And of course, those double losses make it even more likely at some point that they are gonna make it. So let's see. I mean, it all comes down to this. Around 19 minutes left in the clock, should be plenty of time to make it. And Charlie going in first, the first time in this round 6.
Yeah, are we going to see, I don't know, Molt Julien? I don't know what you call it exactly.
Doesn't
quite...
Molt Julien, yeah, it's a stretch.
I still respect it. But yeah, that could be the case. This could be the time for Julien to be the one to draw the Mulcharmies, but...
Could be the case for Kane.
We'll keep him coming. Keep him coming.
Yeah.
Leo's,
you can tell that it's been a while. And the end looks promising. I see a lot of interesting cards. And... let's see. I don't see Julien activating a Purulia, so... Okay, we do see this Take Your Soul, but an Ash Blossom could be devastating here. Do we have a starter? If we are Charlie, do we have a Canine card?
Nope, just a set and a pass.
That's brutal.
He needed that Stake Your Soul to resolve, but instead the Ash Blossom from Julien is just huge.
Also, because I'm pretty sure he had Olysue, Charlie, and then... that's just brutal if you don't have anything to make it work with. And now your opponent knows you have the Impulse in hand, so it will make things interesting for Julien, but that's definitely not the start we were hoping for.
Yeah, how effectively can you play around that Impulse? And maybe if you're Julien, you just go straight for a Ripper here. You just go Jokul, summon Azuna, and make a Ripper as your first action, and then shut down the Impulse. Because when your opponent's like past turn, you think, I want to do everything I can. I don't mind if they hand trap me and prevent my other plays, but I do mind if they draw extra cards, because at the moment they can't do anything.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and I guess we are about to find out, because here we could just not use the search effect and go into Reaper. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because Jokul can just go and fetch a Lantern anyway, and then the Lantern can bring back the Jokul, so you're not like missing out too much.
But we are gonna use the Jokul instead, and this could be a risky decision for Julien.
Yeah, that is really interesting. Maybe he sided out Lantern, so he thought if he didn't use the Jokul now, he won't be able to use it at all. It seems like a reasonable thing to do going second, maybe.
Yeah, this means that Charlie is gonna now access 2 fresh new cards, as well as then discarding 1 to the graveyard. But on the other end, this allows now the Izuna to be special summoned, and as well as the Lupus. Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of tough drawing from that side.
Yeah.
Got to be careful. And now looks like he's thinking.
Yeah, he needs to discard one, no?
He's going to discard another impulse.
That's an easy choice.
Yeah.
But as mentioned, now we can go into Reaper right away to just make things a bit easier, I think. Makes sense. Just prevent a possible Olisu from coming down on, you know.
What sort of cards are you thinking the face down could be? Is it, I mean, almost certainly you've got to be considering the Snow Devil, and then maybe Forced Release would be a sort of bluff. Although having said that, you can summon it. You can summon a Ripper on your opponent's turn, so...
Yeah.
He definitely still has some interaction in the hand here against Julien, but looks like he's thinking about using it right here on the Ripper.
Ooh.
It's a tough call.
Yeah. And also others on the face down. And...
Ooh, Metal Tronus.
Metal Tronus.
Okay.
Interesting. Side deck option, I guess, from Charlie. And it's going to just be activated right away.
Yeah, that is quite the card to side in. I guess it's maybe one of those cards where you're just siding in because you don't have, you don't have other cards to side out for the Molcharmies. Maybe it's just one of those cards you need for the siding patterns. Because I can't imagine it's something you like really want. Maybe you do, but
I mean, it's yeah. I guess it's alright, but if you need to take out those Molcharmies, maybe that's what it just is comfortable with siding. And well. We still have so much we can do. We have a normal summon. We have Izuna and Lupus, which we can use. So the question is, do we have Vanquish Soul cards? We might not. So Lantern
brings back the Jokel.
Yep.
Do you even need them, though? You're going to have, like, there's the case for K9. Can you activate case? No, you can't, right? Because I think it's the on activation.
Oh, I think we are out of targets, though.
Just going to be a PE minor.
Yeah.
When you side deck, sometimes you'll side out those extra options that might not be in your deck. And that's definitely something that would happen here when you're going second.
Of course. I mean,
but
fair enough.
Is Izuna into Lupus not just more than 8,000 damage?
Through the...
Yeah, because you get the 900 boost, right? So all of your monsters are nearly 3,000.
Yeah, could totally be the case. I can see it. How big is the...
I want to say like 2,200, something like that.
Yeah, 2,200. Spot on.
I was like, oh, yes. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, Nesh Knight.
You're right.
Going to clear the attacker.
But yeah, why not do it this way? And then this way you can put up the Masquerade on top of the... for some extra protection.
And yeah, here comes Izuna. I guess we can use Ash here if we want. Not quite.
But you have to Ash, otherwise it's just... Oh, no, it's not big enough, actually. The National is only 1,700.
I mean, I guess, yeah, when you play between kind of like acquaintances / friends, you see some good sponsorship, because I think...
He's going to summon Hollysu?
What did he reveal?
Also, why did he summon the Hollysu?
Just to block some damage, maybe?
I guess so.
Yeah, but you summon Hollysu just to block damage, that's almost like conceding.
It's not the position you want to be in, that's for sure.
What was the card in end? Did you pick it up? Like, revealed?
I think it was another Hollysu.
Okay. Wow.
But like, yeah,
I mean,
you can't just give up the card.
What happened to Stake Your... Oh, no, the Stake Your Soul got stopped, that's right.
Yeah.
It's in the graveyard.
No, but I mean, I can imagine just opening your end, maybe looking at, Hollysu right away, and then heartbreaking when you find out you can't do anything with it. But yeah, it seems like Julien, although he looked like he was in a rough spot all match long, has found a way to just stay in this and climb all the way up from that loss.
Yeah, it looks like Julien is going to be the one that's going to move on with only 2 losses going into the last round. But even when Charlie loses this, you mentioned X3 with three losses and however many wins, 4 would be the case here. Still not out, but definitely a lot more dicey than being locked in with 2 losses.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if Julien loses, then Charlie and Julien might end up competing for the same spot.
That's a Zeus with a lot of materials.
Oh, well. Miracle draw off the top. I don't believe there is any part of extravagance to make things a bit closer. And there goes the handshake. Unfortunately, as you can see, Charlie obviously not happy with it. Has to just give it out to Julien. What
Do you
a
hear
match.
me on the list? Yeah? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, here we go. We're seeing the different kind of lineups of the deck. We see Charlie playing those rescue ace monsters, and Julien, it looked like playing a bit more of a heavier canine engine. So if you were going to enter the tournament, do you think you'd rather have more canines, or do you think you'd rather have those rescue ace monsters?
I mean, it's tough because if you're expecting a lot of yummy decks, the kind of a deck that's really notorious for not playing into those canine cards, but you know,